everybody.
Tim.
Here we are, yet again, for 6 Blocks Apart. My name is Tristan Rogers. I am surrounded by my group of underachievers, and we have with 2 very special people, much more better than me and us, and everybody else. Mike and James. Hey, round of applause. All right, that's enough.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
Salute.
Boy, it's been a while since I've
kids.
seen your faces.
Where's Tim at? It
He
has.
had
I
a
know.
issue with his piano genius, and he's got to take care of it. Something email went out to all his subscribers that shouldn't have gone out. So everybody's like, what? So he's like,
did he have clothes on?
yeah. I think they would be happy about that one. Some of them.
It wasn't a sex tape from your airdrop, right?
Yeah, I'm always worried about that.
Guys,
All right,
I've
so
had
guys,
one
tell us
Zoom
something
call
interesting.
where in the background, the girl's boyfriend, Trisha's boyfriend, was walking around back and forth in his boxers. And there was one, the guy was in the shower, in the shot, way in the back, but he was actually in the shower. Yeah.
So that really
So
happened.
be careful.
That is
Really
so
happened.
Oh, that's awesome.
kind of like that news broadcaster that had this nude chick walking around in the background there.
Yep, and he had a girlfriend or something. That was
He had a fiance, and she wasn't it.
I mean, I thought that stuff had to be set up, but I guess not.
No, there's some not smart people. They just,
How are your dad's movies doing?
what?
How are your dad's movies doing?
Actually, they were, I think it was 9 days away from completing the second one in the series, and everything had to stop. So 9 days away. It's crazy, but yeah, they're all waiting to finish up that one, and then they're working on a TV series.
Nice.
We'll see.
So
They're getting ready to film.
yesterday,
Oh, yeah, again. Oh, sorry.
Oh, really?
well, no, yesterday I got an email from, I've got a Facebook page, all my high school graduates, I graduated in 1996, and bragger.
Yeah,
But it was actually really thought-provoking because one of the guys reached out and said, what's the number one thing that you are thankful for during this whole pandemic, aside from not testing positive for COVID-19? Mike immediately said me.
of course.
But it was interesting, really thought-provoking, and of course this entire stream of 50 people all started weighing in, and really I think they needed that. I think somebody needed to get kicked in the pants a little bit to say, what am I really thankful for during all this, And so just to kick things off, we are very thankful for you guys.
Yes.
So,
we're thankful for
Oh, man.
We're thankful
to
for
incredible friends and average wine. Maybe
Hey,
this is
you guys, is that my portrait behind you there? I seem to have changed a bit. Yeah.
You should have had that in your background.
Slightly. But why don't you tell
Were
them
these
when
the
he'll get it?
touch-ups you had to do? I mean,
Oh, yeah. There. You're wearing no pants now.
yeah. And wow, boy, I'm really much better hung on your one than I am before. Shit.
It has changed.
Wait a minute.
minute.
We have to tell the viewers.
Mike painted
No
it.
idea what you're
James
talking
approved it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, the next unveiling will actually be at Teresa and Tristan's house as opposed to our little studio. That's got to be the proper
Oh,
unveiling.
okay.
Wait,
Exactly.
so Mike, have you,
Yeah.
You said you were going to do some different stuff to it, like add different colors or something like that? I can't remember what you said the last time we were there. Did you do anything yet?
Yeah, it's actually, it's got a little bit more of a graphic element to it. And there's kind of a theme going on with our place. As you know, we love the black, white, and the yellow.
To it than that. Your place is really
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's gorgeous.
It really is.
You're a couple living out there. I always dreamed of living out in the high desert in the middle of nowhere. And I had convinced Tony of that property in Morongo. It was called the Mansion on the Hill or something, this big kind of Mediterranean. And we had put an offer in, and I listed my house, and then I discovered that it was Mercury retrograde, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this during Mercury retrograde.
Is of course we named our place Recluse Ranch, but it is really very solitary, and but it's also very spiritual. Every night, you know, one of the things, my response actually to my friend's post yesterday was, the thing that I'm most thankful for is every night we go up to the top of our hill, we watch the sunset between the mountains, and we bring a bottle of wine, play our favorite music and playlists, and just give thanks for, you know, another day with, you know, the roof over our heads and clothes on our back and food in our bellies and love in our hearts. And
wine.
And honestly, it's a complete reminder of that. Morongo Valley is that. I'm very thankful for it. I think you would be too if you're up.
I totally agree. But if you were single, would it be
Wouldn't matter.
more intimidating being out there alone?
I think it's the opportunity.
Okay.
You have an opportunity to explore yourself, right? And especially right now where everybody's on a pause, doing that very same thing, regardless if you're the high desert or low desert or wherever you're at. If you're in a very spiritually aligned place, it might be more conducive for that sort of.
But have you?
One thing you guys are thankful for during the pause?
Alcohol.
Actually, you know, there's a number of things that we sat down and got intellectual about it, introspective, which I'm not. I basically, you know, think at this particular point in time, we haven't got this thing. We look after our house. We try to do the right things, et cetera, et cetera. We don't go out a whole lot. We're sitting around the pool, just, you know, drinking beer and having cocktails. And frankly, you know, I don't think too much more than that at this point. That might be very narrow, but frankly, I don't give a shit.
Well, what do you do?
I got an email from my agent in Australia to say that, you know, Neighbours is about to start up under very strict protocols. Oh, by the way, would you be interested in coming back for that? And I thought to myself, you know, make me the right deal and I might do it, because I don't know when I'm going to work again in this country.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, the
I
flights
just
are really
don't
cheap.
know. They don't know. They don't know how to put it together. And they're going to be watching this experiment back there very, very closely to see how it works.
Yeah.
I'm going to make myself
I'll have another one.
Do on that one.
After this happens, I think we're going to see more and more Zoom 12-step programs. So there will be help.
Yeah, Betty Ford will have Zoom soon.
12-step?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. For
Our
me,
next meeting, we'll start with, my name is James and I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But
Yeah, how's your relationship going through this?
fantastic. I mean, I just tell him real time when he's wrong, so it's even better. We don't save it for later.
So that's never happened.
Because I know it's been a little strained here and there for
Oh,
us.
you think?
Oh my God.
We have 5 acres to spread out on at least.
Right.
That's nice.
We can go to
We have a
different
half-
parts of the
We have a
property.
half acre and it's not enough.
Well, when I fight with
most of my
myself,
days
I
spent-
can't get 6 feet apart. So
There's that.
Split yourself.
You can hug yourself, Garrett.
Yeah.
and
We
slap
both have Zoom
myself.
calls. Most
Like they're
times during
doing
the day.
What's the show that all the Saturday Night Live people are on right now?
Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live.
No. It's the talk show guy. What's his name?
Oh, that was so
Jimmy Kimmel.
interesting.
Not Jimmy Kimmel. Anyway,
Jimmy Fallon.
they're
Colin?
Jimmy Fallon. Thank you. They're doing like the Zoom thing where they're slapping themselves in the face
Oh, yeah. There's
Soap opera.
Thing, yeah.
they're throwing water in their own faces.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
that is not my kind of humor. Ouch. Okay.
Wow, I didn't even see that happen.
But right now,
Yeah.
humor is humor, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. So have you seen Some Good News?
No.
Have you seen Some Good News? So John Krasinski
called Some
from The Office
Uh-huh.
is doing a YouTube channel, and it's great. He's filming it from his
Oh,
living
yes,
room.
I have seen it once.
And it's all user-driven content that is all just, everyone just sends it to him because he asks people to send him in content. He filters through it, and then he does all positive news throughout the day.
Nice.
Check it out on YouTube. It's really
Oh,
good.
I'll do that. Okay.
Or just watch ridiculousness. It's very fun too.
Because that's the same thing.
I love it.
I've seen
This was a fight.
that, and it's, I don't know about that. But I saw the other one you were talking about, Mike. I saw it once, and it was pretty good. I liked it.
They did an episode where because all these kids can't have a prom, right? Like kids just not having a prom this year because they're not in school. And so they had a Zoom prom, and so everybody got dressed up, and they played the music, and everyone was like dancing in their living rooms. And then another segment he did was a potluck, and so people sent in all their recipes, and then he picked like the 3 best recipes. Surprised the people who submitted the recipes with. He had Martha Stewart, Guy Fieri, and I think Martin Chen.
I love it.
All cooked meals. And so Martha Stewart is making like pierogies and doing it Martha Stewart style, and they're all following the recipes, and they're doing it via Zoom. And these people are like completely touched. They love it, right? Some good news.
I'm going to go watch it.
Yeah, definitely will.
It's YouTube. Yeah.
I know he
And
had
the prom
raised
dresses,
He raised 21 and
the
a
prom
half
dresses
million.
were just from the waist up, so they saved like a lot of money.
Wow. And isn't
kind of like now.
Martha Stewart interesting? Because I wasn't a big fan of hers.
We've got no pants on here.
Pre-jail. You know?
In fact, oh my God, I wish you wouldn't do that.
But how many
You wish.
of you were a big fan of Martha Stewart pre-jail?
Never. I was never a big fan of hers.
Okay. And
I'm a
I
big
thought,
fan,
but post jail, I love
yeah.
Martha Stewart.
She's great.
I
I love her
love her.
roast of Justin Bieber.
That was fantastic.
That
so
was
Justin Bieber.
amazing.
I like her show with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
her best. Yeah, Snoop
I love
Dogg.
the
I
odd
mean,
They're
couple.
like
she's gangster.
the polar
Martha Stewart
freaking
gangster.
opposites.
And I love the fact that she is a little edgy now. You know,
Yeah,
she's actually
right?
edgy, believable. I kind of like that.
I think she made friends with all those gals in jail, and they humbled
Yeah.
her.
That she
Yeah.
probably made
Yeah.
the best food in prison.
Yeah,
Sure.
she was.
I mean, from her toilet bowl.
I think
probably
she was
great.
smart. I think
I think
a
she
little
had
freak
her
smart.
first vaginal experience there, and that enlightened her.
So now,
Yeah.
Melissa, will you be editing this episode?
No.
Tristan and I and Mike and James were together like 2 nights before they put the kibosh on the bars and everything.
I know.
And
And we went
have
to
seen
many
nobody
bars.
since.
Yes.
You were the
Exactly.
last people that we saw.
Well, yeah.
We saw Judith the next night, but other than that, that's it.
Where were you?
You're the only ones that we've seen. That's it.
Where were you, Teresa?
We were at the what's that hotel?
Oh, and
It's
there's a
that nudist. It's that clothing optional hotel
Oh yeah, the
in Desert
clothing
Hot Springs.
optional place. Yeah, that
It's
one.
fantastic.
Yeah, we didn't take the option though.
Anyway, we Mike and James
No,
took us up.
Capri.
Where did you take us? You took us
Capri.
somewhere fantastic, up in the mountains. And when we got there, they said, "Here, follow this directions to get there." Because they're very creative and they plan everything to the T. And like if they say be there at 12:02, you got to be there at 12:02.
right.
However, Tristan and I got into the elevator in our hotel to drive to go meet them, and the elevator broke down.
Ah, God.
Wow.
Started crying.
Not even kidding. The elevator, we were stuck in the elevator. But anyway, when we
The
got
elevator's mother had passed away, and so the elevator broke down.
Oh,
Aw, but I'm pumped.
Say, I didn't know you had that sick, dry,
Oh yeah, he does.
corny wit.
Oh yeah, no,
It's called whatever this is.
yeah,
I
it's
hear
really
you.
funny. I really like it a lot.
Yeah. Well, last night I
Nobody
was
likes it.
texting on
Zero
movie
friends.
night, and I know people had no clue what I was saying because I'm way out there with like corny, stupid shit, and I know no one knew.
That's
what
the best shit.
That's what they're saying.
That's the best shit.
No, Teresa, go back to the elevator.
I was gonna say, okay, when we finally, so I'm texting them from the elevator saying, guys, I'm really sorry. There's no way we're gonna make this, 4:02 time to be there because they're very precise. I said, we're stuck in the elevator, but as soon as we're out, we're gonna text you. And they said, no worries, take your time, whatever. We had no choice. We finally get out, we get in the car, we're driving there. Tristan takes some kind of wrong turn. Yeah. And when we finally get there, we're literally.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I didn't take a wrong turn. I went by the directions of the road, and there was no fucking road.
Anyway,
Yes, doesn't work out
anyway,
there. I hear you.
anyway, so we get there, and they have this little 4-top bistro table all set up with cheese and grapes and olive and different wines and like this spectacular view.
And colder than a mother-in-law's kiss.
It was a little bit cold. It was a little bit cold because it wasn't summer.
That's what the wine was for.
But it was so amazing. It was so amazing. And what did we invent? What did we invent there?
Olive? No, it's olive with
Olive with
pickle?
no. It's olive with cayenne pepper and watermelon juice, wasn't it?
Ooh.
It might be watermelon and olive.
Watermelon?
I don't think that's what it was. I want to say that it was like grape.
It was the olive.
It was
grape
olive.
and
It was grape and
olive
olive juice.
juice.
And olive juice.
And
Olive
it was
juice with
so
cayenne pepper.
good.
Yeah,
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
The wind was
Anyway, so
blowing
then
so
after that,
hard.
they took us to another place, Mexican place, and we had margaritas. And then they took us to this bar, which was packed to the hilt. This is right before they shut all the bars down.
I
So
love a dive bar.
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh, I love
we're all
dive
here,
bars.
we're all healthy, we're all well. Our anniversary is coming up, and we thought we were going to be in Puerto Vallarta. Our 25th wedding anniversary. We've been together 25 years, May 21st, married. June 4th, we'll be together 32 years. And
Wow.
we're going to be locked down. So let's go to Puerto Vallarta. They open up June 1st.
So you were together for 7 years before you got married?
Yep.
So at the point where it was community property anyway, then it made sense just to do it.
And we had our daughter. Our daughter was almost 3 when we got married.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. Tristan was
How are
good
the kids doing?
from his first wedding. I mean, his first marriage. He's just sitting there.
How are the kids?
They're good. Thankfully, they're good.
Yeah, kids are all great.
Sarah's good. Kale's good. Kale and Kathy are here with us. We don't get to see Sarah really. I mean, I've seen her for a split second when I drop things off
But you
at
talk to her.
her porch. Here you go. Here's some supplies. That's it.
When
No
is the store
hugging.
opening back up?
Who knows? It's a mall, so who knows?
Yeah.
So there you go.
But I'm not joking about getting on a plane and going somewhere as soon as something opens.
Yeah. When you get on the plane, you can just go to the restroom and just stay there the whole time.
Honey, I'm going to put on a mask and I'm going to bring my wipes and my Lysol and I'm going to do all that. I'm going to get really drunk before I get on the plane.
Yeah, I was
Can
really.
you get service in the bathrooms?
Well, you can
And
get
by
some
service, you mean
Get some
Can you get
service.
service
You
in the
can-
bathroom?
They say
I
that
realize
in the
that's
bathroom on the
supposed to
plane
be.
you can have a happy beginning.
Even first class gets no booze service on the planes right now.
Yeah. No, the stewards stay behind the curtain for the entire flight. They don't go out at all.
What if it's a
So
long
it's
flight?
BYOB.
They said first class is getting ginger ale, and that's it. Everybody else gets 0.
Do
you take your own booze on the plane?
No.
What about the little itty bitty bottles?
No, because you got to go through whatchamacallit, and they don't allow you to get on the plane with any liquid.
Oh.
So,
And the virus apparently hates ginger ale. Yeah.
I think it's worth it, the risk.
so you sit in your car and go, and then you get on the plane.
Or you go to the,
Don't you have one of the bras that hold the alcohol?
I do, but you got to go through the X-ray.
You're not going to find it. You're
Really?
going to see the liquid in a bra? Tell them
They'll
that you're
just think they're
lactating.
they'll just think they're filled implants.
No, tell them that you're lactating.
Oh yeah, I'm the oldest mother to ever live.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Or you could have a dildo full of alcohol and just tell them you're a he, she.
Been there.
No, Melissa's like, okay, that's going out.
oh my God.
So what is the biggest lesson that we have all learned during this pandemic? Melissa?
The biggest lesson,
Yeah, what did
don't do a Zoom show.
The biggest lesson
No,
is
no.
Good idea, my dear.
Moment of seriousness, Tristan. Big
most grateful for during this pandemic, first of all, is my family. Oh, thank you. My family's and my close friends' health. Number one. We're all well. As far as I know, none of us have had the virus. And if we had, we got through it and it wasn't serious. The second thing is, I'm with my husband. And even though most days I want to murder him, I can't imagine going through this without him. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that Kale and Cassie are living here and I can see that they're okay. The one thing that I really am sad about is that I can't be with my mom. I can't be with my daughter, our daughter, and I can't be with my close friends because y'all got cooties.
important thing I've learned is if everything blew up and Mike and I were just stuck here on our hill, that would be absolute paradise, because that's, at the end of the day, that's all I need. Everything else is a gift. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, if everything blows up, keep a room open for it, all right?
You have your guest room, kids. You know that. Exactly. I would just say that, my biggest thing in all this is that, we are enough. This is enough for us. People that we honestly love and adore are enough. I don't need more than that. And it's funny when we think about authentic relationships and authentic sort of time spent. I think about those things every day because I appreciate the hell out of them every single day.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of people get caught up in the hubbub of being uber social and all this other stuff, but I really, really, really appreciate the time spent with quality people and authentic relationships. And so
Absolutely.
I'm not so bothered that all of this has happened, because I know when this is not happening, and we get to spend time with each other, really, that it'll be really, really, really apprecited, and really looking forward to it.
And since he gave us an A, he's now going to give us his B, right?
You know what? You just
started with the A.
You just made me think.
When this is over, Mike is going to smack you upside the head for all your A's and B's.
It's literally going to happen after this call, so it's totally fine.
I have a metaphor. None of us are wannabes, we want to be. How's
Oh,
that?
I love that. I got that. I got that.
Very nice.
I know.
You
It's
were
like
laughing, but I
there's too
actually
many
got that.
wannabes all over buzzing around the valley, and we don't
Yeah.
want
You know what? For an albino, you say some prophetic things.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have aggressively crawled towards the end of another 6 blocks apart. Me,
8.
my group of underachievers, thank you all so much. Great to have Mike and James here as our guests. Let's have a drink to that. Bye-bye.
Cheers, kids.
And let us all gather here again very soon, maybe in 3 days' time. All right.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
It showed up there, and then you
Oh.
click it again.
It's recording,
Oh, maybe
isn't it?
it is.
Isn't it recording?
Well, like
Let's do it one more time.
a second and a half.
One more time.
We've got to get another bottle of wine before we go.
Is it recording or not?
Yeah.
What did she do? Oh, wow, cool.
Now, Teresa, you have to.
Oh, yeah, I recognize that. Yeah.
What'd you say?
Now you have to lift up your shirt.
Yeah. You know, the first time we didn't bend over so far, so I didn't get the full
No.
whatever that peach
full
thing
moon.
is.
Tim
Okay.
is grabbing the ass virtually.
Melissa,
I'm not
Did
happy
you
to do
record?
it again because then it's.
did that record?
Yeah.
Timmy just
You put a little
virtually
flex
grabbed my ass.
I think I saw that somewhere on a toilet wall, for a good time call.
James,
It was at the
thank you.
Ritz. It was worthwhile.
8675309.
Oh,